Dao De Jing, chapters 19 to 27. Dao De Jing, chapter 19. Give up religiosity and knowledge, and the people will benefit 100-fold. Discard morality and righteousness, and the people will return to natural love. Abandon shrewdness and profiteering, and there won't be any robbers or thieves. These are external matters, however. What is important is what happens within. Look to what is pure, hold to what is simple. Let go of self-interest, temper your desires. Dao De Jing, chapter 20. Be done with knowing, and your worries will disappear. How much difference is there between yes and no? How much distinction between good and evil? Fearing what others fear, admiring what they admire. Nonsense. Conventional people are jolly and reckless, feasting on worldly things and carrying on as though every day were the beginning of spring. I alone remain uncommitted, like an infant who hasn't yet smiled, lost, quietly drifting, unattached to ideas and places and things. Conventional people hoard more than they need, but I possess nothing at all, know nothing at all, understand nothing at all. They are bright, I am dark. They are sharp, I am dull. Like the sea, I am calm and indifferent. Like the wind, I have no particular direction. Everyone else takes his place and does his job. I alone remain wild and natural and free. I am different from others. I drink directly from the mother's breast. Dao De Jing, chapter 21. The greatest virtue is to follow Dao and only Dao. You might say, but Dao is elusive, evasive, mysterious, dark. How can one follow that? By following this, out of silent, subtle mystery, emerge images. These images coalesce into forms. Within each form is contained the seed and essence of life. Thus, all things emerge and expand out of darkness and emptiness, because its essence is real and evident in the origins of all things. The name of the Tao has survived since the beginning of time. How can you be at one with it? Simply by looking inside. Dao De Jing, chapter 22. Allow yourself to yield, and you can stay centered. Allow yourself to bend, and you will stay straight. Allow yourself to be empty, and you'll get filled up. Allow yourself to be exhausted, and you'll be renewed. Having little, you can receive much. Having much, you'll just become confused. Therefore, the sage embraces the oneness and becomes a pattern for the whole world. She doesn't display herself, so she becomes illuminated. She doesn't justify herself, so she becomes distinguished. She doesn't boast, so she is recognized. She doesn't claim credit, so she advances and endures. She doesn't contend, so no one can contend with her. Yield and you can stay centered. Is this saying meaningless? Stay whole, and all things return to you. Dao De Jing, chapter 23. Nature is sparing with speech. A whirlwind doesn't last all morning. A rain shower doesn't last all day. What causes these? Heaven and earth. If heaven and earth can't make something furious endure, how could man? Concentrate on Tao, and you'll experience Tao. Concentrate on power, and you'll experience power. Concentrate on loss, and you'll experience loss. If you won't trust, you won't be trusted. Dao De Jing, chapter 24. A man who tiptoes can't stand. A man who straddles can't walk. A man who shows off can't shine. A man who justifies his actions isn't respected. A man who boasts of his achievements has no merit. A man who brags will not endure. To a person of Tao, these things are excess food and superfluous behavior. Because nothing good can come of them, he doesn't indulge in them. Dao De Jing, chapter 25. Something mysterious and perfect existed before even heaven and earth were born. Silent, immeasurable, standing alone and unchanging, moving without end or exhaustion. It is the mother of the known and unknown universe. I don't know its name, so I call it by an alias, Tao. Forced to describe it, I only say, it is great. That which is great continues. That which continues goes far. That which goes far returns. Therefore, Tao is great, heaven is great, earth is great, a person of Tao is great. These are the four greatnesses in the universe. A person of Tao follows earth, earth follows heaven, heaven follows Tao, Tao follows its own nature. Dao De Jing, Chapter 26. Heaviness is the root of lightness. Tranquility is the master of agitation. This is why the sage travels all day without ever losing sight of her baggage. She may live in a glorious palace, but she isn't attached to its pleasures. Why should the Lord of 10,000 chariots behave lightly in the world? One who acts lightly loses her foundation. One who becomes agitated sacrifices her mastery. Dao De Jing, Chapter 27. A good runner leaves no tracks. A good speaker makes no slips. A good planner doesn't have to scheme. The best lock has no bolt, and no one can open it. The best knot uses no rope, and no one can untie it. Thus, the master is always good at saving people and doesn't abandon anyone. Always good at conserving things and doesn't waste anything. This is known as following the light. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's charge? It doesn't matter how smart you are if you don't have the sense to honor your teachers and cherish your responsibilities. This is an essential teaching of Tao.